Welcome everyone to another session of Bharat Ke Paramveer. I, Kaustubh Savan, on behalf of Indo Science Education Trust, would like to hand over the mic to Veteran Group Captain Shrikant Walwadkar sir and start this session.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, my viewers, to the ninth episode of Bharat Ke Paramveer, second episode of this year, 10 January 2021. A warm welcome to all the Indians, all the proud Indians who are viewing this from episode 1. Let's begin our journey. Our ritual, 21 Paramveer diamonds in the necklace of our Bharat Mata. They have proved their worth, they have proved the ethics and values of Indian armed forces, right from the age of 19 minimum age to 42 maximum age. They have proved their worth and sacrificed their life for the country. What a proud moment for them. We are on the 1962 China war, the three Param Vaibhav of 1962. Last episode, Major Dhan Singh Thapa, Paramveer Chakra, who was alive. Now today's hero is Subedar Jogindar Singh, Paramveer Chakra, who received the Paramveer Chakra posthumously. He is the hero of today, Subedar Jogindar Singh, Paramveer Chakra, posthumous. Date of birth, 28th September 1921, to a family with very challenging background in Mahakalan village in Moga district of Punjab. His father, Sher Singh Sahan, was a very small time farmer. Mother, Bibi Krishna Kaur Phela, homemaker. His wife, Bibi Gurdial Kaur Banga, was the woman behind this successful man. He was born with financial challenges which affected his education or good education for him. After primary education, he joined the British Indian Army at the age of 15 years in 1 Sikh on 28th September 1936. His purpose for joining armed forces or army was for recognition and identity. I keep saying everybody in life needs three things. First is financial security. Second is the dignity in life, dignity in the society. And third, very important factor, everybody needs is the purpose for living. And armed forces provide you all these three things: financial security, dignity in society, and purpose for living. He fulfilled his desire for education after joining army by clearing professional examinations and being a unit instructor. It's very challenging job, or it's very good recognition to be an instructor in the unit where you have joined as a primary education after primary education completion. He was very strict disciplinarian and instilled respect in the subordinates under his command. That's very important. He got married at the age of 30 and was blessed with a son, two daughters and a son. He participated in World War II on Burma front. Then he participated in the first defeat of Pakistan of 1947-48. He was at Srinagar. And in 1962, in Sino-Indian shameful war at Bumla in Nefa, where he received Paramveer Chakra posthumously. Awarded Paramveer Chakra for his leadership skills, unmatched leading troops by example of supreme sacrifice. All skills are applicable to the armed forces leaders. Had he not died in the war, after 1 year, he would have retired from the Indian Army and undertaken farming activity to prove important meaning of the slogan, Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan. Actions of Paramveer Subedar Jogindar Singh. The war of 1962 was a memorably shameful war. The policies, decisions, based on non-professional bureaucrats like forward policy, in spite of advice of army against it, its implementation resulted in the blunder. We have not forgotten the difficulties or the shape that we have got in the 1962 war. On 9 September, decision to evict Chinese from Thala Ridge was taken by the then Raksha Mantri after approval of the then Prime Minister attending the Commonwealth Prime Minister's Conference at London. Remember, the country is at war and the war can break any time. Prime Minister is not in the country. After the decision was taken, according to the 7th Infantry Brigade, inclusive of 1 Sikh, was ordered to move to Namkachu, heavily criticized by in the media because of the limitations of Indian Armed Forces, plus limitations of weapons. We were having the pre-Second World War 303 rifles. We didn't have the proper shoes, and the army was told to fight at height of 13,000, 14,000 feet, where the oxygen is less. The cold is it's sub-zero temperature. But country is more important. 19th, 20th Chinese attacked this post, which was inadequately manned, no acclimatization to the troops. They were shifted from plains like Jaipur, and without any acclimatization, which was necessary for ensuring that at that height, the lungs get used to the shortage of oxygen. So acclimatization was not done, no reliable communication, World War II vintage weapons and inadequate ammunition. The Indian troops were massacred and the post was overrun by Chinese. They continued their advance in Indian territory till they came face to face with Bumla. Post manned by 28 warriors of 1 Sikh under the command of our today's hero, Subedar Jogindar Singh. Let's listen to their actions. Chinese reached the opposite bank of the streams, very, very shallow stream, 2.5 feet depth, and they halted there. Hectic activity was observed, making Indian troops at that post, Bumla, slightly uneasy because they were more in number and they were well attired, well weaponized, and sufficient, more than sufficient ammunition they have. The message was sent to the back office, orders received, challenge accepted by the 28 soldiers of 1 Sikh under the 2 war experienced commander Subedar Jogindar Singh. The orders received were fight is last man, last bullet. On 23rd October 1962, Chinese attacked in 3 waves with a force of minimum 200 personnel. Well prepared, well attired, well equipped with modern weapons and sufficient ammunition, fighting against totally opposite scene on the Indian side. We were not well attired, we were not prepared, we were not well equipped. In fact, we were equipped with the pre-World War II vintage weapons, and we didn't have sufficient ammunition. Remember, this is the worst thing to happen for a country. When there's an enemy in front of you, you have to fight with him. You have the will, you are fighting with him, and the ammunition gets over. First out of 3 attacks, first attack came in the morning, early at 5:30 hours. Battle of Bumla and creation of history had started. Large force of around 200 Chinese soldiers crossed the stream and attacked Indian post of 1 Sikh. First attacks was responded by the Subedar and his 27 men bravely, and the attack was successfully repulsed. Enemy halted temporarily because of very high casualties. Second attack, within half an hour, the enemy regrouped and attacked with vengeance. Again, a second wave of 200 plus enemy soldiers tried to overtake this post. again successfully repulsed, and the leader, Subedar Jogindar Singh, was injured in the thigh. He was to be evacuated, but he refused to leave his troops and get evacuated. This is the character, this is the attitude of armed forces personnel. We suffer together, we enjoy together, and we die together. This is the camaraderie that we are taught in the armed forces. Troops stubbornly withhold the ground, and they did not withdraw an inch of land. By now, more than half of the strength of Indian troops were killed or badly injured, communication lost, ammunition getting over. When tough times come, tough people rise. In spite of sophisticated weapons and ample ammunition, the Chinese failed to overrun the post in 2 attacks with more than 200 people in each attack. And our hero had only 27 people in the first attack and less than 50% in the second attack. He himself was injured. Tough times coming, challenges coming. Third attack, ammunition got over, challenge increased, the troop strength depleted to just 10, less than 10. Injured Subedar Jogindar Singh manning the LNG post tells the surviving brothers in arm to get ready. He tells them time has come for the final assault and prove themselves. They all fix the bonnets on their guns, jump out of the trenches and rush into the charging enemy with the war cry, Bule Sonihal, Sat Shri Akal. The enemy was stunned at the 10 spirited Sikh warriors with flowing beards and turbans charging at them. Never have they seen this before, and that's what they were stunned at the charge of Indian troops. Chinese had never seen such a sight. Is patriotism a madness or is it an addiction? Whatever it is, lucky are those who get a chance to sacrifice their life for the motherland. Subedar Jogindar Singh, injured, bruised, leading from the front, and his 10 warriors kill as many as they can before falling under enemy fire. Everyone collapses. As sun sets in, the bravest of the brave, Subedar Jogindar Singh, crippled by his injuries, is waiting for the time to come. Or should we say the time to go? Or should we say time to remain in history? Tired, exhausted, Sardar has done his job. Closes his eyes, he does not die there. Snowfall has started in the night. Maybe that's a blessing from the God. Next day, Chinese come with mules and carry Jogindar as prisoner of war. While in captivity, he dies there. At home, the family is waiting for the news, and every time the wife would be near the transistor. When the news comes of his death, his elder daughter cannot bear the shock, and she dies. Now, had he not died after 11 months, on 30th September 1963, he would have retired with a monthly pension of rupees 116. Imagine. He would have gone to his village, started farming and motivating his grandchildren and young India to join armed forces and live a meaningful life in service of Mother India. But that was not to happen. I regret I have but one life to give to my country. Officer Commandant. That is the motto. That is the life we would like to spend. His official citation, Subedar Jogindar Singh was the commander of Subedar Jogindar Singh was the commander of a platoon of the Sikh regiment, holding a defensive position at a ridge near Tongpen La in Nepal. At 0530 hours on 23rd October 1962, the Chinese opened a very heavy attack on the Bumla axis with the intention of breaking through to Tawang. The leading battalion of the enemy attacked the ridge in 3 waves, each about 200 strong personnel. Subedar Jogindar Singh and his men mowed down the first wave, and the enemy was temporarily halted by the heavy losses it suffered. Within a few minutes, a second wave came over and was dealt with similarly, but the platoon had by then lost half its men. Subedar Jogindar Singh was wounded in the thigh but refused to be evacuated. Under his inspiring leadership, the platoon stubbornly held its ground and would not withdraw. Meanwhile, the position was attacked for the third time. Subedar Jogindar Singh himself manned a light machine gun and shot down a number of the enemy. Chinese, however, continued to advance despite heavy losses. When the situation became untenable, Subedar Jogindar Singh and a few men that were left in the position fixed bonnets and charged the advancing Chinese, bonneting a number of them before he and his comrades were overpowered. Throughout this action, Subedar Jogindar Singh displayed devotion to duty, inspiring leadership and bravery of the highest order. Gazette of India notification number 68, press /62. For his bravery, for his inspiring leadership and devotion to duty, all these three aspects of highest order, he was awarded with Paramveer Chakra, highest Indian military honor. We live by chance, we love by choice, we kill by profession. That's our job. Anything against the country, anybody against the country will be dealt with this attitude. Finally, our flag does not fly because the wind moves it. It flies with the last breath of each soldier who died protecting it. Rashtraya Swaha, Idam Rashtraya, Idam Namama. Thank you very much. I have finished. God bless.